What's up, Peace Giant fans? Uh, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. First, shout out to my Yankees. Their one went away from going to the World Series. It's long overdue. Sorry I haven't been putting out a lot of Yankees content, but I was just, taking a lot for granted and figuring they'll win every game. So I was like, I ain't worried about it. That's the honest truth. So, secondly, I want to talk about the Giants today. Not a good showing at all. The offensive line looked horrible. You can see the difference that Andrew Thomas makes. A lot of people were talking about him. Oh, he gave up 2 sacks and he had an illegal man downfield penalty. And let me tell you something. Andrew Thomas is a difference maker. And to all of those people that were talking bad about him and talking bad about him in the Cincinnati Bengal game, let me tell you something. You see what happens when Andrew Thomas ain't there. Daniel Jones has no confidence whatsoever. Josh Azuda playing left tackle. I know Brian Daboll is a good coach. He won Coach of the Year a couple of years ago. But in my opinion, Josh Azuda should not be playing left tackle. I know he's practiced at the position. He's been getting reps. But Josh Azuda was a guard in college. He's comfortable at guard, and he's an average guard at best. So why would you play him at left tackle? I don't understand that. Evan Neal didn't get in the game. And now Evan Neal has had some experience at left tackle and at right tackle in college in Alabama. I mean, shit, you're 2-5. I mean, what's the purpose? What are you holding out for? This is when you need to be pulling out all the stops, bro. Because the defense played well, but they just got tired. They got gassed because the offense couldn't generate anything. And then the defense had to constantly go back out there. You can't, you have to play complementary football. And if you're not going to play complementary football, you're going to put unnecessary stress on the defense. And it's not going to work, to all of those people that are like, oh my God, Tyrone Tracy ran the ball for 120 yards against the Seahawks. That's our RB1. Listen, Tyrone Tracy is talented, but Tyrone Tracy is not an RB1, bro. He's not an RB1. We need a guy that could come in there and carry the load and get yards. And Tyrone Tracy is not that guy. He's a great situational back. If we draft right and get a good power back, we could go back to that thunder and lightning that we had with Ahmad Bradshaw and Brian Jacobs, But Tyrone Tracy being the sole RB1, I'm not sold on that. Jalen Hyatt, there was a Jalen Hyatt sighting today. It was late in the third quarter. He ran a double move. He got past the guy. It was an overthrow by Drew Lock. Drew Lock looked horrible. I guess his nerves got to him. It was his first start in, I don't know, like a year or so. But he looked horrible. But he made a decent throw. It was catchable. Jalen Hyatt had to fully extend for it. And if you notice in the replay, Jalen Hyatt got hurt on the play, but he showed effort. You understand? He showed effort, bro. It was an overthrown ball. He dove, tapped it to himself. His momentum carried him to the ball. He grabbed it. He just couldn't control it on the way down. That was a hell of an effort, in my opinion. Whereas Darius Slayton's still dropping wide open passes. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, well, the ball was a little bit behind him. It hit him in the hands, bro. It hit him in both his hands. You're supposed to make that play. You know what I mean? He leads the league in drops, I believe. He has one of the highest drop percentage rates in the entire NFL, and you still run with this dude. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's common sense logic, okay? And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand this shit, all right? Because I'm getting frustrated, man. If you keep Darius Slayton, you are going to have to pay Darius Slayton probably $13 million a season. Okay? On average, that's what you're probably going to have to pay him. You're going to pay Darius Slayton $13 million a season, but you wouldn't keep Saquon? What fucking sense does that make? Make it make sense. In what realm of reality does that make sense to you? You didn't want to give Saquon $13 million, but you'll give Darius Slayton $13 million. Because basically, if Darius Slayton stays on this team, you're going to have to re-sign him at the end of the year. He's already asked for more money, and you're going to pay him in upwards of $13 million a season. You're really going to do that? You're really going to do that? I think the scheme today was flawed. They ran a lot of single back, but they had a tight end chipping. And that was Theo Johnson. I think they should have had 3 receivers, either Slayton sitting and Hyatt playing, or sit Theo Johnson and run Slayton, Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Neighbors. The problem is the Giants aren't playing to their strength. Okay, the Giants got 4 quick guys. What are the averages that you're going to run against a team that can cover all 4 guys? What's the averages of that? You know what I mean? They're not playing to their strength. You know what I mean? It's frustrating to watch. It's hard to watch. I know I said they'll win 9 or 10 games this season. I'm still standing on that. I still think they can. It's going to be a little difficult being 2-5, because they're going to basically have to have a winning record the rest of the way. They can do it, but they got to change. You brought Carmen Basillo in from Las Vegas. Let that man coach. Let him coach. If Jermaine Illuminor is your best left tackle, then you play Jermaine Illuminor at left tackle and you rotate your offensive line. That's the purpose of you bringing Carmen Basillo in as your offensive line coach. Let him coach, let him do his job, and let him get the offensive line right. Why are you force-feeding Jermaine Illuminor at left tackle knowing damn good and well he can't play it, but you're sitting there one focus like, no, he's got reps in practice. He's our left tackle. Really? Philadelphia had 6 sacks in this fucking game. They haven't had 6 sacks all damn year. They equaled their sack total for the season in this game. Really? You cannot tell me that Josh Azuda playing left tackle gives you the best chance to win. You can't tell me that. Now, if you want to tell me you don't want to interrupt the cohesiveness of the rest of the offensive line by switching and moving players, okay, fine. But that's what you pay coaches for. That's what you pay coaches for. Because guys are going to get hurt and coaches are going to have to coach and make shit work. Josh Azuda playing left tackle is not the fucking answer. Okay? It's not the answer. I don't know. When I look at them from a talent perspective, the water isn't overflowing the river. Because the Giants do have talent. They have a lot of talent. They just can't move the ball offensively. And you could put that on Daniel Jones. You could say Daniel Jones did this, Daniel Jones did that. Daniel Jones made some decent throws when he had time to throw. Wan'Dale Robinson dropped a pass. Darius Slayton dropped 2 passes. You know, I mean, come the fuck on. Your job is to catch the fucking ball, bro. Catch the fucking ball. And then you put Jalen Hyatt in his first play. He runs a stutter step go route, running along the sideline. It's overthrown. He stretches out. Darius Slayton doesn't make those kind of effort plays. Last week when the ball was overthrown, Darius Slayton didn't stretch out for that fucking pass. Jalen Hyatt stretches out, tries to make a play, injures himself in the process, and this dude only gets 1 rep in the entire fucking game. Seriously? Seriously. I don't know. You know, you took Daniel Jones out. You took Dexter Lawrence out. You took Nunez Roche out. But you leave Azeez Ojulari in. Brian Burns is out. But you leave Azeez Ojulari in for a couple of more series, knowing this man has injury history. That doesn't make fucking sense. Doesn't make fucking sense. You know, I'm just getting tired. I'm just getting tired of the ineptness. The defense is playing their ass off, and supposedly we got these dudes in here that could call a better offensive game, and they're not. You tell me what's the difference between Mike Kafka and Brian Daboll offensively? What's the difference? What's the difference? You know, I mean, I don't want to say it, but we might have to start looking at what we're going to do for the draft. And the Giants have a lot of questions. What are you going to do with Kayvon Thibodeau? You know, this is a young man who has injury concerns. He's out again. He hasn't quite lived up to his potential. Clearly, he was the better pass rusher, but Aiden Hutchinson, because of his motor, is the better player. So, you know, are you going to commit to Kayvon Thibodeau long term? Because that's something you have to consider. What are we going to do getting another wide receiver in here? What are we going to do getting another left tackle? Because obviously you don't want to move Jermaine Illuminor. So what are we going to do about getting a good swing tackle in here? You know, what are we going to do about getting another corner? Because I've kept saying it ad nauseum. I'm not sure. I know Deonte Banks has all the intangibles, but I'm not sure Deonte Banks is mentally ready to be a number 1 corner. They're forcing him to be, but I don't know if he's ready yet. He had another play again where he just gave up and was just trotting. You know what I mean? The dude was going out of bounds, but he, you know, just trotting along the sideline. You know what I mean? You know, I don't see it, man. You know, the way I look at it, we're a wide receiver, a swing tackle, a running back, a quarterback away, and a corner. And we could get that in the draft. I figured, and I've said, we'll be a 2026 team. So we have another year to get it together before I look like a complete fool. But I think they will. I just hope that they don't rush taking a quarterback. This draft is going to be loaded with quarterbacks. Next year's draft is going to be loaded with quarterbacks. They don't have to rush taking a quarterback in the first round. They have to take the best player available. BPA. Just go with that. If offensive tackle is rated on your board high and he's available, whether it's Campbell, whether it's Banks, take him. If a running back is high and he's available, whether it's Amarian Hampton or Aston Janey or Aronde Gatson, take him. If a wide receiver is ranked high on your board and you have the opportunity to take him, whether it's Trey Harris or Luther Burden, take him. But don't go the route of taking a quarterback with your first round pick. Don't do it, please. Please don't do it. Please. They got a lot of things to do. They got a lot of things they got to figure out. This was not a good day. Saquon ran for almost 170 yards, 75 yards or something, some insane nonsense like that. 2 touchdowns. AJ Brown, okay, he did have a push off, but then they called Theo Johnson for a push off in the end zone. So, but good teams get the calls. So the Giants aren't a good team right now, and they're not going to get that. They're not going to get those calls. I don't know. I don't know what they do. Just pause for a minute. Just let me check this. I don't know who they play next week. I would like to see. Well, I'll probably make a report next week. During the week rather, on who they play and what's coming up. I should have looked at the schedule. I should know it. But I was so mad today because I don't know. It's just the things that they're doing don't make sense to me. If they lose 2 more games before they can get to 500, it's going to be a losing season. And then you have to start looking at what is the ultimate goal. Is the ultimate goal to build up your youth or act like you're trying to win football games? Because clearly it's not trying to win football games. When you have guys playing out of position that they're not supposed to be playing in, when you have guys that I feel could start and get reps on, or definitely get reps on this team, not get reps at all, that's not showing you want to win. So Brian Daboll has a lot of inner searching to do. Shane Bowen, he's getting paid to do a job, and he's doing a masterful job in my opinion. The Giants lead the league in sacks, quarterback pressures. They're doing what they're supposed to do. The offense isn't holding up their end of the bargain, and that's Brian Daboll's job. Now, I'm not saying he should get fired. I'm not saying anything like that, because I think he needs more talent. But the talent that he has, he's not utilizing, and that's a problem. So, I don't know, but it's not looking good. It's looking like this is going to be another rough season. Hopefully I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I went out on a limb and said they will win 9, maybe even 10 games, but it's not looking good. But we got a lot of football left to play, so we'll see what happens. But keep your head up. you know, we'll come back next week and go back at it, and we'll see what's going on. So I want to say peace, love, everybody stay safe, enjoy this football Sunday, and I'll be back again in a couple of days to talk about the upcoming game. All right. Like, subscribe to the channel, please. Don't just watch the videos, because a lot of people are watching the videos, but they're not subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel. Please comment, because I want to know your comments. Especially if you don't agree with anything I've said, please comment. And we'll keep putting out the real, man. All right. Peace, everybody. Love. God bless.